Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase for our Marathon Tech Price SpaceX Extreme. We're watching the dry dock structure components launching. And the reason we are doing this is, well, we're not actually there, but we are on our way to there. We are just up here trying to navigate traffic to get round to here. Hopefully we'll be moving shortly. There you go, we're moving, but this load here from this train will take this tally up to 240 dry dock structure components launched. Then if we check out the production from our facility up here, we will see that there's only 3 left, guys. 247 have been made. It's making the 248th one as we speak. So what that means is, here we go, we're getting right up to the facility right now. What that means is, the fact that we're right up next to the facility means that we can now be deafened by the launch. But it also means that when this is finished, this train will whiz back, pick up the last 10, and we will complete the dry dock construction phase. Here you go, with the glorious sound, the deafening roar of 8 rockets at once again. This will take us up to 200 dry dock structure components. We're not just going to watch everyone, we can move away for the moment. I'll show you what I have been up to. It's not a lot. I have basically been looking at the factory to see if I can work out what's going on with this thing, not necessarily always pushing out items that it should. But the main thing that's actually to do with the factory itself is I added in the same sort of measurement, or the same sort of device I put here. This one goes to here and blocks this off if this is below 32,000. It is 32,000 on these trains, isn't it? Yes, and the other one blocks off here, so 18,000, so it blocks this one. And these aren't connected, fortunately, otherwise it would cause an issue. And this doesn't go any further than there, so that's good, because we don't really want that signal going out into the main factory. And blue is constantly short. The silo fuel really should not be. That's a perfect example of the issue as such. So if we give that one a nudge, it should go to one of the silo fuels. And this one, because it's arriving, should trigger the other one automatically, which it appeared to do, but then there's more silo fuel being ordered also. And here's our launch to get to 208. This guy still has 7 of these guys on board. So he won't actually make his last trip until he's empty, of course. But up here we have just 2 to go. There are 4 there, there's another 4 there, that's 8. We are trying to build 250. We are making the 249th as we speak. The other thing that we are building towards the SpaceX components right now is the stuff we set up last time. The protection field, which is one of the more painful to get built. We've got 7 built, that leaves 18 to go. But it is a bit of a pain to build this one. It's not as bad as some. There are worse ones. This one here is second only to the FTL drives themselves, which we can't build yet. So yeah, we probably need to start that one fairly quickly if we're to get through it. Production wise, we are doing a tad over 400,000 iron plates at this moment. I think the green circuits have had to kick up a bit due to the numbers of processing units that we're using. Let's put that on minute time, that might be a bit better. Oh, that's actually dropped. I wonder if that is a function of insufficient trains going there, because we are waiting on processing units. Looks like these things are starting to get out of sync. It's probably struggling a little bit to keep up with the supply now. Let's just have a look at processing units. Sorry about the jumping around so much. Fortunately, we have this map view, so it is not as difficult as otherwise imagined. No, it was probably just a temporary glitch because something was out of resource. We're back up to 11k, that's where it should be. That's at the maximum that we can kind of do at this point. Oh, this one has slowed right off again due to running out of green circuits. And here you go. Now that we are not supplying these quite fast enough to keep them going at 8 at a time, we're sort of launching 4 at a time. This train has taken off, so that's excellent. If we're ready, it can pick up the remaining ones, but I don't think we are ready. We're building the final one though, which means this loading is unnecessary, but that's okay, because the next product we build here will make sure uses low density structures as well. At this point there are none, that's fine. They'll all be disabled very shortly anyway, at least they should be. But the very last one is coming through at this moment. And now you can see these have all shut off. This is now reading 0. We have every one of our dry dock structure components built and waiting. Where's the train? The train is coming up the side here. Find a small train, and that's probably our one, or is it going this? Maybe it's going this way. Yeah, it is going this way. There it is, crawling behind traffic. I don't know why it's taking Circuit Alley. That is fairly heavily congested. Up here is pretty heavily congested at times too. This one seems to work pretty well without worrying about pushing them on, so I don't know why it's just some of them that need a nudge in the right direction at times, but that is what happens. So we have another 24 that are sitting here that need to be launched. Oops, I want to be a bit closer than that. I want to see. So we're complete. We've got fuel, but we are completely out of the rocket control units and the low density structures here. That is a problem, that one. So that's my other problem. Controlling this sort of removal. I'm not exactly sure of the circumstances under which it loses more than just the one. I think it might have something to do with mixing in with the fueling, but I can't say that for certain without being able to test it. RCU wait, that's it for circuit condition, so that will fix that one up. But over here they are fine. Oh, this one needs RCU wait. So yeah, those are my frustrations with my, not RC3U, but RCU wait, or circuit conditions, with my little product here. So yes. It's not going to work, is it? 224. Where's our train? It looks like our train is on its way back here with the final cargo that will push us through to completion of this second major phase in the deployment of the SpaceX rocket. We're about to get 4 more launches, maybe fairly quickly followed by these, though they won't be in synchronicity. If that's really an appropriate use of that word. They certainly won't be synchronized, let's put it that way. I can watch these rocket launches all day. I'm not sure how interesting it is for you guys. If you're getting sick of it, let me know and I'll cut it down. But if for no other reason, in this particular episode, I want to actually see the milestone being reached. Because there's new stuff in SpaceX that we are going to encounter when that happens. Doesn't totally change anything, or but it is interesting nonetheless. So, how's this one going? We're up to 8. Certainly getting there for one of the more difficult ones. And up here, we've shut down. We are still ordering LDS, which is fine, because if we weren't, I would have made a point of shutting it down. But what we'll do next up here is probably the hull components, which need a whole bunch of LDS and steel, so we'll need to add in a steel unload as well, and that will be the next component that's done here. We need a huge number of them to be launched, so we may as well get on with it. 232. So has this train been and gone? Or no, it's coming down Circuit Alley right now. I don't think we have any more of these lying around. No, so these ones will take it up to 236 when this finishes. These ones will take it up to 240, and when this final train turns up, which should be any second now, that will enable the final 10 launches. And the new stuff. Don't forget the new stuff. Let's just have a look. Are we getting a little train turning up anytime soon? Looks like it's stuck just here. But it should be able to push through. Yep, here we go. Good little train. Maybe that's not our train. Not sure. No? I can't actually see anything on board. Very odd. Oh, they're sitting here. So the train is coming back here. I don't know how it ended up going to rocket cargo empty. That is a little bit confusing, but never mind. It will come up here, it will pick these guys up, and we're just having a slight delay. Is there... yes, one right here that hasn't actually launched yet. So that will get a chance to catch up this way, and we'll be able to proceed very, very soon with this special part of our the proceedings. And the rest of these guys will have an opportunity to kind of catch up a little bit. Perhaps. Since it's just this one that has an An available dry dock structure component. One lone warrior. Leaving just 10 launches. This one is still trying to get to its load station. Stuck in a terrible traffic jam. Let me just see if there is any obvious issue here. Lots of stuff trying to turn into here. Is that... yeah, we're stuck back here, so that's directly what's stopping us. The manufacturer speed module 1s, which obviously are needed in a couple of things. They're needed in the RCUs, and in obviously the speed module 3s as well. There's a little bit of speed module 1s that are made directly here, and then deliveries of speed module 1s as well to help speed up the process a bit. We've advanced to this point, letting that guy out, and that one. And then we're going, and it looks perhaps like fairly clean sailing all the way up. We'll see soon enough. There we go. Pretty good acceleration out of one of these things. For this to match the acceleration, it would actually need 4 trains, 4 locomotives, not just 3. And I'm guessing that it probably would actually match the little train. Yeah, these guys are just waiting. The other point of interest is how quickly is this one getting there, and it is still on 8 with 17 to go. Crude oil northeast. Yeah, I'm wondering if I possibly need yet another oil train. There's no line up there, so I guess I probably don't. Where's our little guy now? Oh, is that him? Yes. This time. You know what's going on? Go back. Go. No. You go manual. I know what's going on. I've wrecked my circuit condition here. These things happen. So I said if I'll show you on the train. Well, we need to get up there anyway. Let's just see what the hashtag copper7. Right, let's head up there. Hashtag copper7. That's that one. I will go up to the train and I'll show you what's going on. You see the load. I've got full cargo inventory or circuit dry dock structural component equals 0. Well, that does now equal 0, but there is no cargo on the train. So I didn't think that one through quite enough. Maybe if we were to go plus inactivity, I'm not quite sure what the precedence operators are here. Ideally you would put brackets around those, but we don't have that functionality, so we'll have to do it without brackets, see if that works. what we can do is actually not... Oh, we're going around this way. Okay, that's interesting. If I tell this to go to DSCL load, it will probably do a loop-to-loop round here, and there is a way through, so it can do that and come back. So that should be fine. This should... There's one more train coming. Output signals P1. I probably need to unwind that as well. There's our little train. As soon as that gets out of the way, there we go. We are off. Now, just so this doesn't keep ordering LDS, let us change that to 2. So that's fine. And let me just see if our little train will actually stay now. The precedence equation works, or whether we'll just have to manually force it on and jump on board, we'll soon see. Here it comes. Yes. We're on board. It's got its 10. 5 seconds of inactivity. And we're off. Excellent. So, let's send this one back to hashtag silo, so it can come and pick us up. And we're going up the top, of course, because for some reason it likes going down the highly congested circuit alley, even though this path is generally a lot less congested, but never mind. I don't know how it works out its precedence there. I wouldn't have thought that bit around is shorter than that bit. It seems to be longer. Maybe I'm wrong. I do not know. Anyway, it's gone through the top part, so it's just, can it make it through here? And it is where the most congestion occurs. Spoil. I need to sort this out. You go. Almost there. I guess we can just follow the train down, something different. This still isn't even in 30, it's probably 25, maybe 26, 27%, something like that. But this is why we're getting on with launching components, because just watching that move excruciatingly slowly towards its objective would probably be rather boring. So here we are, down by our rockets. All 8 of them will go at once. That guy might think that he's going backwards and forwards continuously, so we'll have to probably look into that after we have seen what we shall see at the end of this phase. We're getting very close to the end of phase 2 of SpaceX Extreme Marathon. when the dry dock is complete. Just 2 more pieces to go. Is it going to be these 2 again? Looks like this one. Not that one though. This one and this one. There you go. Just for a change. And we can check out just how fast it is progressing. This being only 60% of real time, of course. I don't think it's possible to get any more beacons around though. If you put one up here, it will be slightly off and it will be one too far away. Do I have any beacons just to show that? Yes, I do actually. See, if it was here, you can see that it can't. And likewise over here. Can't quite fit there, so that's as many beacons as we can get. Here's our last 2 launches for phase 2 of SpaceX. Light it up, guys, light it up. Let's hide this thing. We don't need that. Dry dock completed. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back. Dry dock done. We just need to build the ship. It's starting to feel like the base that builds the base. Awesome. So we just get a bit of a flavour dialogue. The text here is basically compliments of JD Plays. And this is now what we need to build to complete SpaceX Extreme Marathon. You can see even the FTL drive is 25. Whole components 250. So it's worth getting on with them fairly soon because there's a lot of building involved there. But really it's the fusion reactors that are incredibly expensive, and we're going to want to start them pretty soon. Protection fields we're working on at the moment. What is this guy doing? Nothing wise. How about we tell you to go back to DSL? Hopefully you can find a way to get back there because we don't really need you at Rocket Cargo. What we will do is we will head to Rocket Cargo. This might end up being a shorter episode because that's probably a pretty good spot to finish the episode, with this having completed and moved to phase 3. So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.